Malkie, we're recording. So
Amazing.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited. I was just telling Ricky, I'm like, this is going to be a fun podcast. Remy was on, and I was like, it'll be like fun, like Remy's.
Rem is the best. Remy is like, you don't know. You just don't know.
Right.
Which is great. Yeah.
Remember, like, last year or 2 years ago when you came and we did the cake decorating?
Do you really want to remind me of
You'll
that?
never forget. I did not realize the extent
I will literally never live it down.
No.
I will never live it down.
You definitely won.
And I will never join another competition because of that. Ever.
On camera. No, I did not realize the extent of your food knowledge. Like,
and then to be like, psh, you know?
Like, and you were like, no, like, I know food.
And I have these, like, girls that have never made a cake before trying to, like, I know. I was like, what are you guys talking about?
Like,
move aside.
Yeah,
I know what I'm doing.
I was like,
that was very humbling.
Yeah, but what is your history? I'm so curious. Like, how did you get into food?
It's just a medium. It's a medium that's like an art background. I started out in art, painting, never becoming Yaeli Vogel, because I have this tendency to get bored easily, and so I need to like change things up.
I also feel
pretty
that
often,
way.
You know,
Yeah,
you do stretch yourself into different mediums
I get
because
very bored.
Exactly.
I get bored also in
and I think it's a left brain person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a creative person.
Yeah.
So you just need to like explore different mediums.
Yeah.
So for me, it was always art based. So it's all the same thing really. People are like, but you could do this and that and this, and I'm like, okay, but let's think about it. Painting, makeup. I used to work in PR.
Cooking, baking, cake decorating, which is the worst.
It's all your hands.
Right.
It's all your hands, and it's all creating.
Right. I know when I was first starting, I did special ed, and then I always did creative things on the side, and no one took me seriously with any of my creative endeavors because they were like, "You're just a weirdo with no cause." Like, I was like, first I was selling headbands, then I started like a kids program, and like.
But you did it. You tried your hands at different things until.
By the time I started painting, no one took me seriously. Like I was just trying to convince people that like I was serious, but like there was
I think you did it.
No, but even still, like what you're saying, like still diversify, still try to get creative. You know, like even now, like when I'm doing a podcast and some people can't take it. They're like, why don't you just stay in your lane? Like, why can't you just like paint?
What is your lane? What is your lane?
I know.
Don't you want like the entire highway?
Totally.
It's your highway.
Totally.
Take it.
Exactly. I'm just like, I don't know. So I love watching you. I love all the food. I love all your tips and like how you really care. Like,
So for my whole objective when it comes to cooking and baking, which is what I started doing once I got married and had my first baby. Before that, I couldn't boil water.
Me too.
I literally, my late husband made the entire Shabbos.
Wow.
Okay, and it wasn't like
guys. This alone is
no.
Like the end.
I got married at 25. I did not know how to make rice. I didn't know how to make rice. And so when I started doing things and then posting and sharing it online, it was a way for me to challenge myself and for people to be like empowered to do it themselves.
So you know what I mean? Talking about a minute ago, you were like, I taught myself to do something, and then I'm like, and
because there are so many things that I want to try my hand at.
Totally.
And there's a large portion of it that I'm like, stay in your lane, Malkie.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna veer off.
But
so that's awesome. So you're challenging yourself publicly and like just posting on Facebook probably back in the day.
Yes, Facebook was the first platform, and then somebody showed me Instagram, and I was like, I think I like this better.
Yeah.
It also it took a little bit of every one of my. I've always been an avid reader, so even though I wasn't a writer when I started working with food, I could always express myself in the written word, even though I didn't really I didn't exercise it the way I do now, and that's a story for another time. If you want to touch on that later, great. But because I come from writers, my grandfather was a writer, my father, my brothers. Everybody's, it became very natural to me. So I was able to like write a blurb and do a video and then teach something about, cooking. And when I would get stopped by people and they'd be like, this is something I never would have done for myself and I'm able to do it now. And it's thanks to watching you. It's the best feeling.
What couldn't they do? They couldn't cook or they couldn't
whatever. Could it be pizza dough?
Oh.
No. Could it this is all food based.
Food based.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Also, it's funny that you said you liked Instagram better because when I first went onto Instagram, it was so crazy. It was like 2015. I made an account.
Yeah.
And then I woke up the next day and there was like random like people follow me. I'm like, who are these people? It was so freaky. I'm like, I'm off of it. I went off for a year. It was the dumbest thing I ever could have done. I kicked myself 100 times. If I would have been on there in the day one, that's the people now that are like, you know?
Yeah.
It was the stupidest thing. And then I came back in 2016 with like whatever, all the way.
I love the idea of sharing and communicating and just connecting with people, even if I don't know them. There's something about it. People are always talking about, the dangers and the addiction and this and that and the other thing. And really anything that isn't practiced in moderation isn't safe, isn't good for you. But like, can't we just,
I was just telling someone that this morning. I was like, she's like, I don't know if I want to post on social media. I'm like, we turned social media into social media. I'm like, you made it into like a whole thing. I'm like, it's literally the printing press. It's books. It's whatever. It's just a form of communication. It happens to be, it's in this mode of social media, but like use it. It's here. It's a tool.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be a bad thing. It doesn't have to be informative. It could be a way of connecting with people that you haven't seen in years. I talked to girls I went to elementary school with that live in South Carolina, you know?
So
and
cool.
It's incredible to like catch up with these people and years later have a connection to them.
I know.
You know?
It's so
and
true.
It's awesome. I think it's
amazing. It's so cool though that you're saying that you love connecting with people and like it's, because when I first started, I don't think I enjoyed connecting. I enjoyed the attention of it. I enjoyed posting something.
I hate attention.
And getting the validation.
We do it for the wrong reasons.
But I really didn't like it. Like when I would see people in real life, I'm like, why are they looking at me? I'm like, what's on my face?
There's a look they give you. They like look at you and then they sort of look away and then you see their minds. They're like, should I say something?
I went into the loft. We walked in. I was like very early when people were staring at me, and I was like, oh my god, like something's wrong with me. Like something's on my face.
Teeth?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, they know me. I'm like, this is so weird. I really didn't like it. I felt very like overwhelmed. I like a fish in a like I wanted to shrink up and like hide. I had to learn how to embrace people and not hide and not have to run away. Like that was too scary. It overwhelmed my nervous system. I couldn't handle the amount of communication and like I'm very the type like if I'm your friend, I'm your best friend, but if I'm not your friend, I don't know you, I don't want to talk to you. Yeah. Like it's not my personality. I had to learn through being like on social media, I had to learn how to like calm down.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
People don't believe this about me and I try to explain to them a lot, but I'm a real introvert.
Yeah?
I am painfully shy.
Are you really?
Yes. And I do this to sort of like get myself to like come out of my shell. But when I have to go to like an event or a bar mitzvah or a Shabbos event, something, it takes like literally everything inside of me to get there. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And nobody knows this, but I mean now you guys do. Surprise. So I'm a practice of contradictions for sure.
I also felt like I was much more shy. And I hate when I had to do art. Everyone's like, do an art show. I'm like, wow, revolutionary concept. Yeah. Like, no, I hated them. I hated having to put on a show and then come and then talk to everybody and host and I wanted to hide. I just wanted to run away and hide each time. And it was like, and now I'm much more okay with it. Yeah. But I realized that I don't necessarily think I was so shy. I think I was had insane social anxiety.
I have.
Insane.
And it gets worse as I get older, which is very weird for me. I used to not be as nervous about how am I looking at other people? What do I seem like? And now I have all these voices in my head and I'm like, I need to find a way to like silence them, you know? I didn't have those kinds of fears when I was younger, you know? And I sort of want to go back to there. You know,
so what was it? What did you step into that? Like, why not then and now?
I have no idea. Maybe because I'm more public? I don't know.
Maybe because you're more public. Yeah, because more people are noticing you. More people are watching you. That makes sense. Yeah. But like, I also find that like, let's say I was online in the airport and somebody literally stopped me. She's like, I love you. I love your kids. I'm like, oh my god, that's so weird. You know my kids.
That's really strange to say.
But I'm like, then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, was I just nice to my kids? I'm like, was I like totally mean to the silologist? Like, all of a sudden you like stop and you're like,
Yeah.
did she just notice everything? And I'm like, you know what? F it all. Like, I'm a person.
People
I'm online in the airport.
and they
What should I
approach
do?
you. Exactly.
Like, yeah.
And they approach you and they're like, it's funny that I know so much about your life,
I
but
know.
you don't know anything about mine. I'm like, yeah, it's intentional. I mean, I put myself out there.
Right.
And I
right.
show you when I want to show you, but the stuff that I don't show you, you don't know about.
Right.
You think you know, you don't know me. You know the stuff I want to show you.
Right. You know a certain
the image.
Curated version of you.
Exactly.
Right. 100%.
Even if it's very realistic looking and it looks like other people, and that's what they like
No,
about
even, yeah, like I followed you and I know you and I always say, like, I said this a few times, but like when you are on Instagram with people for a bunch of years, it almost feels like you're like colleagues at work.
Yes.
You know, but like in a different room, a different cubicle, and like we're both like doing our own things parallel to each other.
Sure.
We know each other, we'll wait to each other, but like that's it. So like, yeah, I knew you, but like when I actually hung out with you, I'm like, this girl's awesome.
Thank you. Oh my God, flattered. Thank you.
Yeah. But I also feel like people who have social anxiety or are shy, I think those people are the interesting people. I think those are the people that have depth and, you know, there's something, they have tochen. Like, if you didn't feel that way, then then you don't have a conscience. Then you know, like to feel, the people who are like, oh, I want to put myself out there, but I'm scared. Yeah. Good. You should be. That's normal. You're human. If you didn't, you would be like heartless. Yeah. Like we need to first.
I wouldn't mind having a little bit more of like a nice dose of self-confidence. I see people that can get on a stage or hold a mic and just say what they want to say, and I'm like, God, I really want to be more like that.
That means you have it in you. That means you're supposed
to. No, is that what it means?
Yes, 1,000,000%. Whatever you desire desires you back.
I love your things.
Thank you.
Your isms.
Yeah.
I know they come from like a place that, you know, you really do believe. I'm sure you practice it. So that's cool.
I thought of a really good one actually the other day, and I was like, I need to talk about this. It was like, just because I'm not for you, just because I'm for me, it doesn't mean I'm not for you. Because I have people in my life that have a very hard time with the Imena Nili Mili, Vemla Atzmi Ma'ani, right? Because I'm very into Vemla Nili Mili. I was just coaching somebody this morning in her birth chart about the fact that she needs to choose peace over pleasing. Peace is herself versus pleasing the other.
Oh my God.
Literally her entire chart, the entire theme of her chart was peace over pleasing. And we could talk about this for hours, but
I want you to do my birth chart.
I want to do your birth chart so badly.
Whoa.
Like, say no more.
How did you become that
always
knowledgeable about this?
I always loved it. So when I was little, when I was very young, when I was like 4 or 5, I would always stare at people. It sounds creepy, and it was. Okay. And I would like analyze and like draw out their features in my head, like intensely, like a crazy artist. Like really intense.
I used to do portraits.
In your head?
No, I would do it on paper.
Yeah, but I would like just
you would draw people
in their head, like retarded.
Okay.
And like then I would like, stop doing it. You're gonna jinx them. Stop. And I couldn't stop. And it was just like I was like inhaling the person. Like I needed to like know them.
Okay.
And then I was always into numbers. Numbers always meant something to me. Yeah. I didn't know why. Okay. Right? But like not math, just numbers. Okay. And I always remembered everybody's birthdays, and I was just like it's just like something that I intuitively, almost probably like took from like, I don't know, a different world. Like I just knew that numbers mean something. And then as I got older, I just bumped into astrology when I was like 17, 18. And it was just like my whole world like exploded. Wow. And I wrote down all my friends and their birthdays. And like I needed to know who was who, what was what. Right. And then when I got married, Nasama's mother is Sephardi Moroccan. So she automatically was like into the stuff. So when I met her.
Does she do like the leaves?
she does a few things. Now I'm more Sephardi than her. But like, I care more about astrology and Kabbalah and everything, but when she met me, she's like, wait, what's your sign? And I was like, oh, I'm a Leo. So she looks over and sounds, she's like, Imazal Aliyah. So they have egos. We don't like egos. I'm like, nice to meet you too.
Oh boy. Wow. What an introduction to your mother.
Yeah. No, it was fun. It was fun. No, her first reaction when she saw me was like, Diana, she looks like Princess Diana. I'm like, okay, that's a nice introduction. Like,
I see that.
I'm like, I don't know if that was planned or not, but like, I'll take all of it. Yeah. So that was an introduction number 1. But then she said this about science. I was like, okay, fine. You know about science. I know about. I'm like, okay, I like all of this. Yeah. And then slowly, since literally I'm 20 years old, I've been just like it was never. I never went to school for it, but I was just always like vacuuming up information about it.
There was a shadchan I met when I spent many years, the first and second time, in that single status, both very uncomfortable, highly uncomfortable. Do not recommend. But the first time around, I was like maybe, I don't know, 20, 21, whatever. And I met this woman who was a friend of my mother's, and she did shidduchim based on the signs.
But you can't really do it. You have to do the whole birth chart. Because, like, let's say me and Hassan, okay? So when we got engaged, he's a fish and I'm a lion. And everyone said, like all the sites, I put it in. Everyone's like, 1 star, don't do it, not recommended. Like,
really?
Like, maybe good sex for a minute, but, like, not recommended.
So what made you
and
go
I
for
was
it?
like, oh my God. I'm like, should I, like, cancel the shit up? I'm like, I'm going to be retarded. Like, I'm an insane person if I cancel it based on Google. and then, what's it called? Once I got married, there were so many bumps along the way with the engagement. So like, it was an insane engagement, not because of Google, but like just insane. Thank God we ended up married. Hashem wanted us to be married, but it was just like I didn't even know if we were going to be married. Wow. We're going to break the shit up. And then I did our birth charts together, and I saw I'm fire. My moon sign's water. He's water. His moon sign's fire. So we completely complement each other, and I didn't know that before. All I saw was water and fire.
Okay.
So you can't really tell your true essence on one sign.
Got it.
There's a whole iceberg under. You know?
But you could do that if you like study somebody's birth.
Yeah,
chart.
if you do the birth charts 100%. You could see the alignment 100%.
That's cool.
So I would love to do yours.
I would love to have it done. There was a show on Netflix called, I think they still have it. It was an Indian matchmaker. They are very into
they're
astrology.
Into everything. They're very heebie-jeebie. Maybe
that's
where the term comes from.
There was a shadchan. There's a couple of really main shadchanim in this community, in the Indian community, and I think her name is Seema, and she would go to this like guru before the couple would get engaged to get his bracha.
Wow.
And he would look at both of their faces and ask a couple of questions, and then he would give his blessing, and then the shidduch could happen.
Yeah, no,
it
was
like
real.
There were so many interesting parallels between shidduchim in the frum world and like other cultures, you know.
That's so interesting.
So cool.
That's
really
so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like really, at the end of the day, like our wiring, our coding is very real. We're coded by the stars.
Yeah.
We have coding on our faces.
Really.
Yeah, the Makobos, they're not smarter than you. They just have the information. They're not maybe they're gifted, but you're the same gifted. We're just not, we don't have access to, we're not knowledgeable in that information. But it's all on us.
Right.
And we're all like, our personality is coded on our faces and our hands.
Where do you do your homework to like figure out?
So everything, books, all day I'm always reading another astrology book. Like, this is just like, Google, now ChatGPT, I'm obsessed.
Oh my God.
Even TikTok, like people are like, you learn from TikTok? Like I can't take you seriously.
Again, so that's another thing.
It's called TikTok. I'm sorry that it's called TikTok.
There's so much
information.
Tons of information.
It's like
we are in the age of information.
I got this book, Happy Pocket Full of Money. Okay?
You do believe in living your life abundantly.
Very. I found that book on TikTok. Someone mentioned it. I'm like, let me try it.
Yeah.
It's the best book in the world. Nisano now has the book on Amazon, like whatever. He orders it for every single person he speaks to.
Really?
He just orders it. He's like, you have to read this book.
Okay.
Like you just have. We read it 3 times together. We're reading, so we do chazar on it.
Love it.
I found it on TikTok. Okay, like I'm sorry that it's called that and it's weird and it's Chinese, but like it doesn't matter. It's just a mode of information.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
But yes, I am very into living abundantly. I feel like if you're gonna live, might as well. Like, why do we have to limit ourselves?
I guess you're right, but I don't think people practice that.
Right. So you do have to practice. For me, for sure. I was just talking to somebody about this because she was so shocked. She was talking about how she feels so restricted with money, and I was just like,
again. So how do you do that?
So
how do you change?
I was like, wait. I'm like, did you ever work on your money noise? She's like, I don't know what you're talking
like food
about.
noise, but for money.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like most people have some sort of relationship to money. I never grew up having a relationship with food. Thank you, Hashem. It was the one thing He gave me grace with. We ate whenever we were hungry. We didn't eat. Nobody.
Amazing.
Yeah, but like money was like Hashem Yishmar. Like I never thought there was never enough. I had to beg, and then if I had to go on a trip, I didn't like my permission slip didn't get signed until the day of. You know, and like there was just like I never knew, and then every time I got it, I thought it was gonna be the last time. Like there's so much noise that we have, how we grew up with money. Like
absolutely,
you know, like even my father, he would give my mother $5 on Sunday to take us out, and like that's all she had.
It's trauma.
And it's generational.
Absolutely.
So like even Asano, I attracted someone who came from the same kaka. And like, you know,
the same product,
the same. And we had to really like help, like, and he would trigger me. He would annoy me because I was like, "Why are you feeling insecure?" I'm like, "No, he's just your mirror. You're feeling insecure."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. So how did you work on that and strengthen your...
So what happened was I had to start to learn how to sell art. That's how I always say, like, that when we work, it's not necessarily about the outcome. It's just the incentive to get us to our truest outcome, which has nothing to do with the work. Mm-hmm. So I had to learn how to sell paintings. Okay. So I went on YouTube and I was like, how to sell paintings, how to become rich.
That's literally what you did.
Yeah. And I kept bumping into the same kind of videos about, like, you know, work on your mindset, all expanding your mind. Everything's in the mind. Napoleon Hill, the mind. I was like, listen, Asana, like, let's just work on the mind. Like, we have nothing to lose. Let's try. And that was it. Like, the rest is history. We both decided. He's pretty easygoing. Thank you, Hashem. He was open to my craziness. And we really practiced mindset every single day. We would say affirmations. We would write down. We read.
I love that you're an affirmations person.
Yeah.
I try to explain to people, I'm like, it's Ani Mamin. It's Ani Mamin, but it's your Ani Mamin.
It's everything. It's tefillah.
Yes,
it's
yes.
Yeah, it's gratitude. In the shower,
I don't understand. They think it's
all my anxieties come out with affirmations.
Heebie-jeebie. They think it's like so weird. When I talk about affirmations and I tell people, I'm like, you don't understand. I met a guy at 41 who moved from Toronto and already married his children off, except for one. They were all adults. He was done parenting.
That's crazy.
And he moved. He has a law firm in Toronto. He moved from Toronto to my little shoebox house with my 5 children to raise another set of children.
Wow.
Where does that come from?
Where? Right.
Is that a guy saying, "Oh yeah, no, it sounds like something I want to do the next..."
Yeah. You obviously didn't have any blockages in this area. Meaning,
but like it was something I worked on every morning with my coffee. I had a list of things I would say. And my energy person, who, you know, she would say to me, "Okay, I want you to write them down every morning, not just read them. I want you to write them every morning, and I want you to say it as if it's already reality." Mm-hmm. So I was painfully single, and I would say, "I am married to a man who loves me."
I love that.
And I was like, in my head, I was like, "You're such a fake. Nobody's here. Nobody's here with you. Nobody loves you." Wow. And then I'd be like, "I am married to a man who treats my children as his own." Okay? And I had like 20 affirmations.
That's insane.
I would say it every single morning.
Wow.
And then he drops into my DMs one day.
In your DMs?
Yeah.
Stop it.
I swear.
Nuh-uh.
I promise.
That's crazy.
I couldn't make it up. And I was
what did he say?
He was like, it was a dating app. He was like, "Hey, my name is such and such, and I live in, you know," and he had a profile. I read it, and at first, you know, I guess if you do this for long enough where you just feel like a glass half empty kind of, you know, out like that's how I felt for like a little bit of time, because a lot of stuff happened in my life, and I was just like not in the most positive place.
Right.
So I was like, this guy is messaging me, okay?
Right. Something has to be wrong.
He has a law firm in Toronto. Yeah, something is definitely wrong.
Something has to be wrong.
Right?
What's happened? Where's his missing leg?
What's going... something... And I would always ask him, like, you look normal, you're successful, you have a good job, you have a brain, you're learned, you're smart, you're cute, you have a great family, great kids. What's the catch?
Right.
What's the catch? What is going on here?
Yeah.
And he was like, "I don't have anything for you. I just think I like you a lot, and I just want to let..." Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, that's overwhelming in a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah. I also, since I got married, I was waiting for the shoe to drop. I actually sat in the therapist's office. I'm like, everything's so good. I'm like, but like, I
call it shoe dropping syndrome.
Yeah.
I literally do,
but we all have it. And I think that so many of us try in a way to sabotage our life because we're so scared
100%.
of things getting sabotaged without us. So we control the sabotage.
But people that have grown up with real adversity or have experienced like true hardship, true trauma, true tragic.
I would make up fights with Nasana when we first got married because I couldn't handle and being nice. I'm like, You're not nice. You can't be nice for no reason. Like, I'm going to be mean to you.
What do you want?
Yeah. I'm going to be mean to you to test your niceness.
He's probably like, "Oh my God, I married a psycho."
No, he did marry a psycho. He did. First year, psychotic. I I always say he gave me the first year and I gave him the rest.
Amazing.
Like, we'll give you 22 minutes, you'll give us the world. Whatever.
Totally.
That was us. Like, in the beginning, I was just like, I'm gonna poke every button
I
100 million times.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I commend him. He was, and I was pregnant also, so I was actually like mentally.
At least you had that as an excuse.
No, it
You were
wasn't an
like,
excuse.
no.
It was next level. He sang Mo's Store that Hanukkah, and I burst out crying. I'm like, sing that we're going to. Like, I was just like, I came from like, I was like here, just coming from a house where it was just like I remember I don't know if I could say this on camera, but no, after I got married, my uncle was like, marriage looks so good on you, because I was finally calm.
That's so nice.
And I was like, no, marriage doesn't look good on me. I'm like, being in my own house, being independent, being by myself, external of any other energies around me looks good on me.
That's good on you.
I was coming from just such heightened...
Owning your own...
Yeah, such heightened energy, such heightened and intense environment that I was just like, it took me a very long time to come down, to regulate, to come back to center.
And it's funny, because I feel like a lot of kids that are being raised today, but raised in a household of helicopter parents that don't really let them nurture who they are, their true selves, have a very difficult time when they embark on a relationship with their spouse, and they have to like...
Oh, because you're saying like they can't get connected.
No, they just don't know who they are.
They don't know who they are,
no.
So there's no... Right, you could only meet your...
Yeah, I'm sure that when you grew up in like a little bit of chaos, there were times where you were like, this is not what I want. I know what I want. And when I'm older...
I have a journal. I wrote down, it's the cutest thing. I just found it. It's from 11th grade and like that time in my life.
I have that. That's amazing.
I know, and it's literally... I was writing down things that I didn't want to happen, to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can do that in your memory too. I remember things that happened when I was a kid, and I was like, this is not the way it's going to be when I get older, And I had a wonderful family life, and my parents are great, but it wasn't the way I would do it. And so I kept that in mind and listen, lots of bumps along the way, but we're here.
Right.
And it's good.
Wow. Yeah.
Even though we always think like, what next? Like you brace yourself, like your body like just tenses up, and you think to yourself, could I handle whatever's going to come?
I know.
Because I know it's coming.
I know. So I took this course by Dina Friedman, and it's called the Power Series. And in the course, she always says, like, we always think, like, what if? Like, what if this? What if that? What if down? Basically, what if down? What if things don't work out? And she's like, she likes to explain, like, what if up? What if, challenge yourself. Like, what if it works out? What if you go for it? What if your kids actually grow up? Because when I was younger, I grew up in a community, after we moved from Borough Park, we grew up in a community that was like, chutz lamachane, let's just say. Like, It was out of it. And when you grow up chutz lamachane, a lot of the other people there are chutz lamachane, and everyone, like, a lot of families had struggling kids, and there's like a lot of issues, like it's just a lot. And because like I had that vision after I had my kids, I was like, oh my god, like my kids are gonna grow up and like they're gonna like be like that, and my friend was like, Yali, like you're not like that, like stop it, like why does it have to? She's like, no, you're not like that, your husband's not like that, like think up, like what if your kids are gonna be amazing? Yeah, what if your kids grow up? What if they grow up and they're great? And I was like, oh my god, she said it to me, and it was like a slap in my head. Like, my brain got slapped. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I just all of a sudden just envisioned them, like, good, solid, healthy. And ever since then, like, I close my eyes, I envision it. I envision, like, whatever I want in the good way. Like, why can't it be amazing?
It's true.
So I do the same thing.
I think it's a human nature thing. I think most people just always assume that things are going to fall apart.
I know, but we don't realize that we, momish, actually have God inside of us.
Absolutely. Right?
You're Chabad, like you know that.
Yes.
And when we think things, we're literally
They say abracadabra.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. But
whatever
it's
the
a
thoughts
cycle
that come out of your mouth, it becomes reality.
Yeah.
You have to be very careful when you even think something. Make sure before you say it that it's something that you want out in the world, because if it isn't, you can't take it back. Yeah. So
exactly. I mean, we're really, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Definitely. Whether it's negative or positive, we come first. And everyone's like, yeah, Hashem's inside you. Hashem wants what you want. Yeah. Like, you are self-fulfilling. So if you're thinking negatively, what you fear will appear. Like, I didn't make that up, but like, it's true. Like you see the people that are like they're going by like Hermes and like all the stores. They're like, "What, you feel up here?" Like they're like so scared, you know. It's just funny, but like you really. So I do the same thing with money. Like, why on earth would you think bad if you could think good? You know, and like everyone has a different, I would say, like mazel or direction of how to get to something, but I'm not saying that my way is the only way, that everyone has different, but I do think that no matter what, it can't hurt if you're going to be open and saying affirmations or whatever. Like it's a win-win. You don't lose. You can't lose. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I affirm every single day just the things that I want. You close your eyes and you just imagine yourself there in the present. There's nothing else, right? Like what you said, except for the present. And it just also gives you so much chizuk to know that like it's okay. You don't have to be so scared all the time. You know?
And also the idea that like anything's possible.
Exactly.
Like even the things that you never could think that would be like a reality, like it's all possible. And I had that in my head after my husband passed away. I was like, if something like this could happen, then on the flip side, incredible mazel could happen. Greatness could happen. The possibilities of what happens in my life are endless.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if that could happen, it sucks. I had to deal with a lot of fallout from my kids and just the trauma of losing somebody like that very suddenly. But at the same time, I wasn't going to believe that I was just going to be getting a dose of, you know, the stuff that, you know, nobody else wants, and not getting the good stuff too.
That's
right?
such an interesting, I love that.
Why wouldn't I?
Right.
You know?
Right, exactly. I also feel like a lot of times with me, like when I'm so low at the bottom, it's inspiring because you're like, you could only go up.
Exactly. It's the best. So you're like, things are pretty bad right now. I'm excited because I know it'll only be better from here.
But I find that that's where I manifest the most.
Yeah.
Because you're
100%.
so open and you're so in like surrender mode. You're like, whatever the hell.
Surrendering is so important when you sort of just like, you just give it up.
There's nothing left. Like I have no tools. Like I don't know what to do here. So
that's exactly what I said.
That's where the magic happened.
I know, that's what I said to God. I was like, this is on you.
Oh, wow.
You take the wheel. This is beyond my pay grade. I can't do this. You know what I mean? I'm just human, and I don't know why.
I don't know how you did it. I don't know how.
I don't know how I did it.
I don't know how
I did it.
It
was happening. Like my life was like a movie or like a life. It was like the kind of thing where like
who helped you?
In what?
And everything, like you, like emotionally, financially. Like,
I just had people. People just like fell from the sky and were like, I could do this, I could do that. I mean, there were a lot of people that would just like gape at me like I was like a circus freak. Like when I'd go outside, they'd be like, because it was like pre-COVID, it was 2019, and this doesn't happen to people. It doesn't happen to somebody that like is already on social media and
everyone
someone.
You, right?
Oh my God, yeah, it was. It's a funny thing to say, but like. There was an element of shame. I was embarrassed, you know,
wow.
because it was such a public story, and it was such
hide.
I just wanted to like have my own. I didn't want to leave the house, you know what I mean? But then after a certain point, I was like, I'm not having people do shopping for me anymore. Like I need to take ownership of my life. Like I have to I have to just pull off the Band-Aid. This is like, it's ridiculous.
But was it good in a way that you were public because more people were able to help you because they knew?
I think so. I mean, I think everybody takes to it differently. And I unfortunately have met many, many people that were in my position at that point since for the last 6.5 years that have unfortunately had to go through it. And they all respond differently. Everybody responds differently to grief.
Right.
Some people are very private and they're quiet and they don't want anybody to come visit. I was like, come distract me. Come help me. Come be with me. Make my kids donuts. Send us gifts. My boys got Mets tickets out the wazoo. They didn't have just like if somebody would offer a gift, I'd be like, I'll take it. Sure.
Yeah.
If this can make me feel better, absolutely. You know?
Is gifts your love language though? Like that's funny.
No.
No?
Definitely not.
Uh-huh.
No.
But it was just like
I just needed to do something for my kids to make them feel like people were thinking of them and loved them and cared, and that we would get through it.
Wow.
We didn't know how, but we were gonna get through it.
Wow. That's I don't know. Like you found strength that you didn't know you had.
I had no choice.
No, you have no choice.
I had no. You have no choice.
You have to survive.
When you have 5 children that are looking at everything that you do and say. Every time I would like get teary, I would be like, excuse me, I'm gonna go right now. You know, I didn't want to. For a kid to see that their only living parent to be like falling apart in front of them, I couldn't do it.
No, I
couldn't.
Yeah, I don't think crying. I think once in a blue moon, but especially if it's a height in time and it's so sensitive, it's like someone needs to be there.
Can you imagine the fear that a kid feels when they see that? And actually, there was a girl very early on that worked in an organization that was like gifting my kids all this stuff, and she came over and she was like, I was in the kitchen, I was like making something, and she's like, do you see what you're doing for them? You're making happy memories. My mother, after my father died, I remember her on the floor of my house. She couldn't function. And that was like my memory as like a 6-year-old. I remember that to this day in my adult head. And I can never get rid of that memory.
Right.
And that stays with you forever.
Right.
I used to think about that. I was like, you can't let this happen. They can't see you like this, you know? It would take me everything I had, but at the end of the day, like, you know what it's like when you have a baby and like you just get like a shower in and like you're able to like greet your husband at the end of the day. In the early days after this happened, grief is very, very heavy and it just is completely consuming.
Yeah.
And you don't know how to do the things that you always knew how to do.
Right.
You can no longer, you don't remember how to do them.
Right.
Everything.
You're fully consumed in a cloud.
Completely.
Yeah.
So I would get up.
I know a tiny bit about it.
I would get up and take a shower. I'd get dressed, put makeup on, and my kids would come home, and I'd be in the kitchen, and I'd be like, hi, guys. And they would be like, oh, my God, she's here. She's here. She's
but that was a choice. That's very strong, and that is a commendable choice.
I used to think to myself, what if I were that kid? Like, what if I were my child, and I would be walking into the house thinking, I hope she's not in bed at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would put myself in their life and be like, I can't do this to them.
Wow.
I'm the only one left. I can't do it.
Wow.
I need to like create this illusion of like security.
Wow.
Even if I didn't feel it.
No.
I was like,
no way.
I am not cut out for this.
Right.
This is not something that I could do. Some people I've seen, I have friends that are like, I got this. I could do this, you know?
Yeah, that wasn't you.
Shh.
Wow.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I find that when you do go through things that you don't think you have strength for, it's cool. Like after you look back, you're like, wow, like I have that in my pocket now. Like I didn't know where it came from and I don't know, but like it gives you a certain amount of real confidence. Like, holy moly, like
yeah.
I'm bad.
Nobody wants to go through it. And I used to, in like the early days, like after it happened, I used to like close my eyes and be like, I wonder if I have the superpower to will it to be a year later, because I just need it to be a year later. I just want to get over the hump of like real grief, real crying all night long grief. Because it does. You're up at night. I wasn't sleeping.
Wow.
I tried medication. It didn't work.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so it was just like, and so, you know, it's pretty intense.
It's the absolute worst. It's like
the worst.
Shit hit the fan.
Yeah, and
ultimately.
you think to yourself, like when you go through something really traumatic and hard, you think to yourself, okay, like now I've been through that. I don't know if I can compare anything else like that bad ever again. So
no,
please God.
No, I always say until death, it's okay. But like you had the death, so it wasn't okay. Like that's it.
No.
I always break things down. I tell Nisana, like we do this mind game where we always talk about like, because we have dumb fears and there are a lot of it's subconscious and it's stupid and we hold ourselves back and like we don't realize why we're so scared and whatever. And we do this mind game where we're like, okay, and then what? And then
so you know who did that?
And then what?
Did you read the Choice?
Yeah.
So she does that in there in her book. Yeah, she's a therapist. She became a therapist after she survived the camps, and I think she actually became a therapist in her 70s or something. Edith Eger, and I read that book very early on. Especially, I
love that she became a therapist in her 70s.
Amazing. Like because she had that attitude of like, I've been through hell. What are you going to throw at me now? What can't I do? I could do
But
anything.
also, you could do anything, anytime. Like, you could reinvent yourself. People are like, oh, I'm a teacher. Oh, I'm this,
Listen,
I'm this
I got to tell you something.
Like,
my mother's parents were Holocaust survivors, and they really were held back, it wasn't like against their will. Not because they weren't good people that had a tremendous amount of promise. If they hadn't been born, when they were in Poland, they
so
had
why they were held back? Meaning because the language barrier,
because of everything. Because they had trauma.
They had trauma.
They never processed it. They never got help, and they were not. Yeah,
they were literally in chains. Mm-hmm. And I do feel like in a way we our generation are literally still unraveling those chains.
It's generational trauma.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's a thing.
And we are actively the breakers of those. Like,
absolutely,
I feel
it wasn't our parents' generation.
The vision. Sometimes I'm like, oh my god, like it was like chains or like tree branches that are like that scene in Snow White when the tree branches are like grabbing. Yeah. I always think of that, and like we're the ones that are like running away from it.
Our parents were too close because they were the kids that came after.
Yes, it's our job.
And absolutely, it has to be. But
I love that you said that about 70 because like I just feel that a lot of people feel very stuck and like it's over. Like they did what they did, they are who they are, and like whatever, and like they have all
at 70 you're like, what else? What am I gonna do now? I'll retire, go to Florida. 40 or 50. She's like, I'm gonna get my master's.
So you can reinvent yourself at any time. Like today's just the first day of your life.
So she talks about it. She would talk to clients about their fears that are they weren't even fears that were in existence, just regular fears, and she'd be like, let's talk it out. What happens if that happens?
Yeah.
And then what?
Exactly.
And then what? And they'd be like, okay, and then that. And she'd be like, and you'll survive.
Right.
You'll be okay.
Right. And the thing that we fear most in the end of the day, because we're humans and our brains are built on survival.
Yes.
And it's very it's primal. Mm-hmm. And we want to be together. Mm-hmm. So anything that we do in the end of the day that's going to take us away from the herd or being an individual or going for the thing or doing the job, you're always removing yourself from the herd.
Yeah.
And in the end of the day, that means that you're going to be alone. And alone means abandonment. And abandonment in the olden times meant death because you can't really survive alone. So we're all underneath just scared of dying.
Of course.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
It's true.
So it's really, then you bring it all down and it's like, okay, but I'm not going to die. So, but then when you actually get to death, it's like, okay, fine. Yeah.
Okay. But let's do this in many years from now.
Yeah. So like I do this with clients also. Like we break things down and it's just like, okay, now that makes so much sense. I can go for it. I could chew it up. Like I'm safe. I'm okay. Like I am safe. I am safe was such a big affirmation that I had to say for so long.
Really?
Just to like calm down my system. Like I am safe. Like we feel so frenzy and it's like for no reason. We're running to nowhere.
I know.
And you're running in your brain on overdrive. It's just like all this noise and you're like, wait, like no, nothing's moving. Like the world's still. Like you're safe, and we get so much from the news, and everything's bad.
I don't check the news.
No, you don't do the news. Thank you. Like good girl. No, it's horrible. And like we're just being consumed and like fed more and more frenzy and more chaos, and it's just like
I do crave the time before social and before the phones because it was such a simple time.
It was.
Right?
Yeah.
Where like, and we had a little taste of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When we were growing up and like information wasn't as immediate,
Do you see those
available.
nostalgia videos sometimes from the 90s that they post like?
Yes.
Oh, it's heaven.
I know. I feel bad for our kids that they're never going to know what that's like.
But they'll know other things.
I hope. But the simplicity of the world, you know what I mean? Like how everything was slower paced. And it was still fast paced. But, my father, nobody had cell phones. Mm-hmm. My father got a car phone, I think, in the 90s. And
you remember the first cell phone?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like you needed a knapsack for it. It was huge, computers. It's just like we're living in a time that technologically is like unmatched. There has never been this type of, technology being discovered. But at the same time,
it was
just
content. We were much more content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that it feels like there's always a tab open, we're running on overdrive.
One tab?
Yeah.
Many. Hundreds.
No. Even one feels like a lot. Like,
That's true.
Just, like, there's always something. Like, I'm always thinking, like, what do I have? And also, like, I have, like, a zillion brain farts a day because you're on the phone, you're trying to order, and then you have
the ADHD. And by the way, I'm not ADHD.
And I'm not either.
But it actually, you develop it.
Yeah. It's impossible not to. Like, you can't focus. I'm like, why can't I order a stupid Target order? Like
my husband's friend doesn't have a cell phone, and every time I see him, I'm just like, you're incredible.
I tried that. I tried that last year, it's not practical for a mother. I have carpools, I have chats.
So for him, it's different. He's a lawyer,
Yeah.
and his wife has a flip phone, and she'll but this is like 1980. She'll get a call from his friend and be like, "Hey, where is he? Is he at home?" She goes, "No, he must be on the way to work. He'll call you in the office." And I think that's like, oh, I love that.
She's okay with that.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Now we're like checking when he's online, when he's offline, like.
And this is how helicopter parenting starts, and not being able to like let your kids just be, just
figure it out.
Yeah,
Discover, survive. So I'm a big proponent of letting my kids discover and figure things out, but then sometimes I feel so mean. I'm like, but no, you're right. Yeah. Like, it's okay. Yeah. Move back.
We did it.
Move back. Let them figure it out.
I used to walk across Flatbush when I was 12 years old. My mother would, I promise you, and like I won't let my son go on a scooter to a few blocks down to his friend on a play for a play date.
You wouldn't?
But, I mean, the first time he asked in the summer, I was like, no, your brother's taking you. He's 11. So his 14-year-old brother had to walk him. And then since then...
Is it not safe where you live?
It's totally safe. Are you serious? It's Woodmere. Nothing. I was just like, what if this or that? I don't know. I don't know why I even did that. And since then, he goes himself. But my point is that when I was a kid and I lived down the block from a ton of apartment buildings where many different colorful people lived, in the middle of Flatbush, it wasn't a thought in my mother's head. She's like, I'm not walking you. I'm like, but I really want to go to Mimi. Okay, walk, go. And she'd only discovered that I got to my destination after Shabbos.
Right.
Hours later,
wow.
And she's like, oh, hey, I was going to pick you up. I'm like, okay, see you soon. Because she just assumed that I got to where I would. But, like, I don't know.
Right.
In today's world with everything that happens and the people that we see on the news and we hear and this and that.
We hear too much. We see
as
too
a mother,
much.
you're just like, you cannot go by yourself,
Right.
So then they lose that trust, that ability to.
And then we make them timid.
Yeah.
And you're like, why aren't you going for it? And you're like, well,
you never let me.
Right.
Exactly.
I know. So it's like, what's better? Like the way we were raised.
I mean, kids were raised on their own, for years.
I know. So
we
grew up with all our issues, but at the end of the day, like there were good parts too.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
And like we think we're like fixing and making sure that our kids are going to be perfect. Like no, they're not.
No.
Like they're going to have their own set of issues.
Yeah, definitely. And I love how we think we can control it.
Right.
You can't.
Right.
They're going to be who they are, regardless.
Right. The soul came down to be who they're meant to be within the catalyst of however their issues are going to come out so that they can work on it and fix it and they're tikkun and they're tafkid and like we think like, oh, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Like you're just a messenger.
Yeah.
Our parents were just messengers.
Yeah.
They're here to like bring something out of you.
Yeah.
And that's it.
You ever think about like past lives?
All the time.
Oh my God. You always like wonder like, what soul? Like who who had my soul before me?
You.
No, I'm saying like who else? Like who I want to know like who else like the soul is always recycled. There's so many different reasons.
But but you were you all the time.
Of course.
Like when you close your eyes and dream and like that's you, that's how we're gonna feel when we're not alive. We're still gonna feel and think, we're just not gonna be in a body.
I know.
So you were still always you. No,
right.
I think it's so cool. I'm kind of excited. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah. I have a dark side.
That is pretty dark. That
makes
me really nervous.
Like, I feel very stuck sometimes in the body. I don't love it.
Stuck in a body?
Yeah, like I just want to like be free. No, you don't.
But you love like getting dressed up and primping out and stuff. I
don't know. I feel very. I know that like no. I really. It sounds so stupid. It sounds insane to say. I'm not gonna say it. But
say it. You have to say it now.
No, obviously I don't want to die. But like, I'm not afraid of death. It's just like
that's amazing.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I don't want to die in a scary way. But like I know you're still you. You feel like you. I did so much research on death. Like I enjoy listening to near-death experiences, and they all say that it's just like you finally like the love and the freedom and the. Just we're so restricted on earth and everything's hidden and things don't make sense and everything makes sense after.
Do you think everything's revealed afterwards?
Yeah, everything's revealed and it just feels so
really hope
good.
So.
There's so much love and we don't have love. We're supposed to be cultivating love on this earth, but there's so much hate.
So much judgment.
There's so much, and just like, you just want love, no? Like, I just want openness and love and authenticness, and you have that. You, I mean, saying that's what they say when they come back to earth, that they just felt clearly this love, like a hug, like, yeah, I want that. Yeah. You know, like all the time.
Yeah.
But so I do think that also a lot of our fears, a lot of our triggers, a lot of our thoughts, a lot of our emotions aren't even from this lifetime.
It's from previous
They're
lifetimes.
from previous lifetimes that you're remembering.
Yeah.
And the wall between this life to the other life is very thin. So you might not understand why.
That's why there's deja vu.
I have it all freaking day. You know what I just heard?
People are always like, what is deja vu? I'm like, deja vu is your soul that lived. Okay.
It might be the soul that lived, but it also could be dreams. I believe that we dream.
Are people like watching this and be like, what are they talking about?
No, they love
They do?
it.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
No, the people here, we're good.
Good. We're in a safe space?
Yeah,
safe
very
space.
safe space. But I believe that I think that we dream, even if we don't remember our dreams. You wake up in the morning, you have no clue what you dream.
Yeah.
You dream your life, and then you wake up and live your life, and that's why we have so much deja vu, because we already dreamt it. Because when you're sleeping, you're in the astral realm, and you're just whatever.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and so, but like, then when you wake up, that's why a lot of times you'll wake up, you're like, oh my gosh, I need to call this person, or oh my gosh, I love this person, you feel so, or
it's something that you were thinking
or if I had a fight
with
with Nisano in my dream, I wake up, I'm like, I literally hate him. Like, nothing happened. Like,
that's amazing. That's
really
it's
funny. From your dream.
Wow.
But like, so your dreams come first, I think, and then you live. That's my consensus. That's what I'm figuring out. But like, everyone's it's different. I don't know. I research dreams a lot. I just find the unseen and the hidden very, very fascinating. And we don't think about it because we're just alive and we're doing our thing and we're running around. But like, there's just so much that's just like there in the energy. And I have this book. It's called I Was Here Before. Do you know that book?
No.
Okay, so it's from it's about people who felt like they experienced the Holocaust, but they're living now in this generation. Okay. And basically, after the Holocaust, so many souls had to come down very quickly because there were so many souls that died so fast.
So they had to do their
so usually a soul will come down like a few decades later, but this time they came down right away. Yeah, and the book is freaky and accurate and
I really
crazy.
need to order it.
Yeah. You could maybe borrow this one, but maybe order it. It's already Kevin Rigler, yeah. Okay, cool. You feel validated for every mishigas you ever thought. You're like, okay, fine. When I went to Poland in seminary, I'm like, you can leave me here. Like, I know where to go. Like, really? I felt eerily familiar. And when you read that book, you're like, okay, I'm not a psychopath. Like, there's a million other ones, and I couldn't get through the book because I was every page I was like, oh my gosh, like another one, like another story. Yeah. So like we lived many lifetimes, our souls, and also I said this in a different podcast, but Yamima Mizrahi, I remember she wrote this in one of her articles in the AMI. Yeah. And she said how she was like, we're just tired. We're tired people in 2024, whatever. She's like, we're tired. And I didn't get what she meant, but now I realize she's just like, our souls are tired. We've done everything. We've been everywhere. We're just exhausted. Yeah. You know, like we're coming to the end, and now it's time to wake up because like we're done. You know, like and all the hardships that we go through and everything, all our challenges, it's just to get us to wake up. October 7th literally happened for us to wake up. Yeah. Like everyone, the hostages that were taken were waking up in like the dark. Yeah. They were in the dark. Yeah. And so it's so obvious that like, yeah, the world's getting scarier, things are getting crazier, but like if we wake up, then we have the power. Yeah. That's really the point. Yeah. You know? And then, like, you see, like, the next influencer just posting links, like, whatever. We don't care. We just want to go shopping. It's easy, you know?
So funny. It's true. It's true.
Yeah, you need to order this book.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love talking about this stuff.
Yeah?
Oh, my God. Can't get enough.
Of, like, the undercurrent.
Yeah. The stuff that isn't seen. The unseen.
Right. Okay, so then you for sure have Scorpio in your chart. Is that Scorpio is all about the unseen, death, the rebirth, transformation, intense, deep, yeah.
Funny, because I don't think that, like, that's me on the surface.
So it's probably hidden somewhere inside. Yeah, tucked away.
Interesting.
Yeah. We all have, like, things that are not, like, Nisano's water, he's a Pisces. Pisces is like a fish. They float. They just, like, are so intuitive. They, like path of least resistance. They're chill. I'm like, I'm so not like this. And in my chart, I literally, my neshama, my north node, where I'm supposed to be heading into this lifetime, is Pisces. I'm like, oh, that's so funny that like I married Pisces, and like he's teaching me.
So wait, what is a Taurus?
Taurus is, so you're on the cusp. You're April 20th.
I'm Aries, yeah. I'm Aries.
So you're Aries and Taurus. It depends on when you were born.
Mm-hmm.
You will be in
At
Aries
night,
or
11 and 8.
So I don't know. I don't know things. Like I would need to put in the calculator.
Got it.
But it's
There's a calculator?
Yeah. Of course.
You have to like do like.
Oh, it used to be where you have to like actually like manually like hand do it. Like the real astrologers back in the day were like really. Like, But now it's easy. You can do everything online. So literally based on the hour, I don't know. You're probably a Taurus if you're born at night. That's what I would think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Tauruses are much more tactile, handy. Yeah, artistic. It makes sense that you work with food, but you're first degree, so like you have still some of Aries in you, and like you have a fieriness to you even,
right?
But you're much more like methodical, and like you need things to be slower paced. You're very grounded.
Definitely.
Okay,
that's
so
why I've never felt like I was a New Yorker. Like people would be like, "You don't seem like you're from New York." I'm like,
"No, because you're too friendly.
I'm very out of town.
You're too friendly."
But I just ended up here. It's true.
When we got married, Nasana would like say, "Good." He's from Baltimore. He's from everywhere, but last he ended up in Baltimore.
Yeah.
He'd say "Good Shabbos" to everybody when we were walking. I'm like, could you stop? I'm like, you're bothering them. Like, they don't want to say Good Shabbos to you.
People
like,
in New York have Good Shabbos. They're like, well, what am I supposed to do with that? I'm like, just say that.
Right.
Just say that, you know?
I know. It's like, out of town people are such a breath of fresh air.
Totally. I love visiting out of town communities. The small ones where, like, you can wear like a denim skirt and a t-shirt to shul, and they're like, "Hey!" I'm like, "Oh, these are my people."
Like life. I know.
Yeah.
I want my boys to marry out-of-town girls because like there's no one like them.
Highly recommend.
But also, I want my boys near me. Like, I want them to marry in-town girls, but in-town girls are like, oh. I'm not really finding a lot. And also, I'm keeping my eyes out because like I want to see how they're being raised, you know. And I'm like, I'm really not liking.
I know
What I'm seeing.
No. I hear you. There's a reason to be alarmed.
Yeah, but if it's out of town, then I don't know. Like. They'll go out of town, no?
But you had a bunch, so.
So, I want them near me.
All of them?
Yeah. I literally I brainwashed my kids. I'm like, you have to come for supper once a week. Like.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
I need them. They're my kids. Like, I have 5 boys. Who else am I going to have?
I know. Well, you have your baby.
I love my boys. I don't know.
Yeah.
One day I freaked. I remember having my 4th. I freaked. I like called, you know, Hani Dax?
Yes.
She's a shaitan locker, so she has 6 boys, I think.
Oh wow.
So she did my shaitans. I didn't really I didn't really know her, but I'm like, can I call you? I'm like, well, my boys will leave me. And she's like, no, you'll be fine. Like,
yeah, that's
relax.
Really funny.
Yeah.
I used to always convince myself when I had boy after boy after boy that like I couldn't handle the psychological warfare a girl would bring. So every time I had a boy, I was like, you know what, Malkie? It's better like this. They go to school on Sunday. They're much easier to navigate, you know? Boys require less,
they do.
In general, you know? If you give them food and they have clothes, they're happy.
Clothes is also optional. My son is always running around without pants. I'm like, put on a pair of pants.
I had a streaker.
Literally.
I had one that did not like clothes.
I'm like, you are not allowed to walk around outside. I'm not okay with it. Like, put on an article.
But poor Rosie, I mean, she's going to be the only girl, you know? And she has these, oh my God. But listen, it's her cross to bear. Yeah, you know? She'll be the princess forever and ever. And
how old is she?
She's 8.
So sweet.
And she has 4 older brothers.
Wow.
Yeah.
So cute. So it's just like us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I always say, like, I knew when I was pregnant with each, first of all, I davened for each one to be a boy. I really
Did you really?
Ready to. I did.
Oh my God.
And people
cried
are like,
with
you're
number 3
crazy.
and 4.
Yeah?
I did.
My sister, she didn't believe me. She's like, you're lying. She's like, you want a girl. I'm like, I truly, if you cut my heart open, you'll see I don't want a girl. I didn't. I was terrified to have
so what happened when you had your girl?
It was a lot. I didn't know she was going to be a girl.
Me neither.
No?
I didn't find out.
I didn't either.
I love surprise.
It was a crazy surprise.
But I like being surprised.
Yeah?
I like that surprise. People don't understand. Like, they're like, how did you not want to find out for 9 months? And I was like, I just assumed it was a boy.
Me too!
And then when the doctor announced it was a girl.
No, it's next level.
I was like, I need to see it. I need to see it. You know?
No, this sounds like yelling. I don't see a penis. I'm like,
that's exactly what my husband said. He's like, I've never seen this before on a child. I'm like, yup. And oh my God, they put her in a regular hat. It was an LHA. I'm like, I want that bow. I want that bow hat. I earned it.
Yeah.
That bow hat is going on her head today.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No. She was heaven from the second she was born, but I was like, are you excited? Are you excited? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, first of all, it's a baby. Like, I don't know.
Do you understand my 8-year-old this morning was in front of the mirror while she was trying to put her shoes on because she was late to the bus and she was putting on highlighter on her face.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
I was like, what is going on right now? You're 8, you know? She's like, I just need a little pick-me-up. I'm like, they're starting at 8?
It's so cute.
I asked her friend last night in the car, should I owe her birthday present?
Laura's like really
she's
riding away right now.
She's like, I said, what do you want for a birthday? I thought she would say a Lego set. She said, I want Bubble skincare. Bubble skincare? You have a face like a baby's tushy.
Yeah.
Why do you want skincare? You'll never have the skin again. You'll never have the... I didn't do anything for the first 20 years of my life.
Put like stupid like soap in a thing and give it to them.
Yes.
And, like let them think that it's
And
skincare.
oh my God, my teenage boys, I got them face wash yesterday with like a brush for their face, and I was like, use this and this. Like I asked my son, who like started like coming down with like little pimples here, and I was like, do you wash your face?
That's a good idea.
Do you wash your face?
I didn't even think about doing that.
Dollar Tree, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Do you like wash your face when you're in the shower? He's like, I put it under water. I'm like, I'm so nervous. You're 16. I can't get into the bathroom with you, but I feel like I have to. So can you put on some like swim shorts so I can see what goes on? Because you need to wash your face, you know? It's just so funny to like have and raise children that are complete opposites.
Totally.
Every single one.
Yeah.
You think like, I've mastered this one. And then like they just, you're like, oh, I don't know. I don't know.
That's too much. Oh my gosh, no, I'm gonna do the face. I didn't even think about that.
You need to.
Like, it registered in me that like I was seeing stuff on his face, but I'm like, okay, fine, I didn't.
They're not cleaning it. They're not cleaning their face.
He cut his nails. He has no clue. Like
his nails. He has a unibrow. I got wax strips yesterday in the Dollar Tree.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm using it. I'm gonna use it. I'm sorry. My son has to look a certain way. You know what I mean?
But now I think it's the cutest thing with my, like when my daughter like tries on my shoes in my closet, I'm like, I waited 37 years for this.
Imagine.
Like this is the beyond the cutest
Probably
thing.
were really happy your son wasn't doing that.
They are like, people are like, oh, get ready for a girl. I'm like, I have like girly boys. Like they cry.
Are they really?
They're all so emotional.
So not like that.
Oh, my kids, they love sports and but they all cry. They play Settlers of Catan?
For sure.
My whole family, they're obsessed.
Perfect for like a very early Friday night.
Every Friday night, every Shabbos day. We're a big gamer family, not we.
Love
them. Everyone ends up crying. I'm like, why do we play this? You guys are all babies. Like, stop crying. You're not supposed to. And then they all talk. They all need me to come to their bed so we could schmooze at night. And they all want to chill.
I saw your reel about that. Where your son's a talker, and I was like.
Yeah, no, he's extra. He's actually extra.
I'm like, how was your day?
Good.
What'd you do? Nothing.
No, my boys like literally schmooze with me. They asked me Friday night to have a chill. They're like, we have a chill.
I love that.
No, so like.
That you're so lucky.
I know, so I want them to live near me when they grow up.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
They're gonna want to be here, and I'm sure like the girls, whoever they marry, you'll be very careful.
When I had Yehuda's my oldest, and he was born. Like week 2, I really like freaked out. I burst out crying on the couch. I was like, he's gonna grow up and like have facial hair and like not be a. I think on some level, oldest? He's 14.
Teenage boys are gross.
Yeah,
they really are.
I know it didn't really hit me. Like a cute little baby turning into like a man
with a lot of hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But boys are cute. They're good. They're the cutest.
They're great, but they're very different than girls.
They're very different. So far, it's like I feel like they're a little. Once you take the clothing aspect out of it, like, they might be a little easier. No, do you feel like
weight than girls?
Yeah,
100%. Like,
but not everybody agrees.
I do. I have friends that have more high maintenance boys than girls, and I always thought that was fascinating. But I think as a rule, I think the majority is that boys are just easier. They're easier to raise. They require less emotional. Like, they're way more straightforward, and even like their friendships are just easier, more chilled. Girls, oh my God, even with Rosie, I'm just like, you're having like these like turf wars already, like with your friends, and you know, it's just it's me again. I can't. I
Yeah,
don't
so you
know.
have one. Hashem knew. I also like if I had her first, that would be horrible. If I had more, I don't know. Like it's too much. Like
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Hashem. Like
We're
he
done.
knows what we can handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Great.
Yeah.
I think this was like the funnest podcast. No? It was
good?
No, we were like in it, just like we're just schmoozing. Happens to be the cameras are on.
Yeah,
like
totally.
we're having the best time.
Yeah,
Like I could
yeah.
talk to you for 4 more hours and like doesn't matter.
Amen.
I don't even feel like we had like time passed. And it was like
How long's it been?
An hour and 10.
Amazing.
perfect.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
It was like deep and fun and chill.
It was a lot.
Malkie,
It was a lot.
we want to gift you with
Oh my God! You
One
don't
of-
have to do anything.
No,
Are you serious?
it's so much
That's
fun.
sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Every guest gets a gift.
No way.
Yeah, so this is for you. Thank you so much for coming on to the
Thank you.
podcast.
I appreciate this.
Yeah, of
I'm excited.
course.
I love your stuff.
Thank you.
I'm so happy. Yay.
Thank you so
Should I open
much.
it here or should I wait?
I'm curious. I don't know what they packed
It's
you.
a Tehillim.
Oh my God, I
Yeah.
love that. Thank you.
Amazing. Do you have one?
I don't.
Okay, fine. So then I would
I
tell
have
you to exchange for
Megillas.
something
I
else.
have, oh my God, and you know, I'm reading an amazing book about Esther now.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's it called?
It's called The Queen of the Spy Master, Sandra Rappaport.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want
I'll
to
take a
read it.
picture. It's excellent.
Yeah.
I was like almost crying at one point.
Oh, yeah, I was crying.